Okay, we got the whole. Oh no, we're missing Sue. We got Ann and Val. Hello, ladies. Okay, let's go. We got Ann and Val, and we have Sean. How lucky are we? Okay, make sure you have water and a towel. We got 2 sets of weights, heavy and slightly lighter. We're gonna try to fit the disc and the bands in also. So disc, band, and 2 sets of weights. Come all the way to the back of the mat. Take a nice big deep breath. Watch the ceiling. You want to switch sides? No. And then back down. Breathe again. Big deep breath. And again. Now this time when we take it up, we're going one side for a little side body stretch and then over to the opposite side. And just sort of flow from side to side gracefully. Right, Sean?
Yes.
Okay, let's put our hands on our waist. Take your feet just a little bit wider than hip width, and then you're just going to shift your hips to the right and then go left. So when you shift, you should be feeling a little bit of the inner thighs and your upper glutes to think about that. Ushan's getting fancy. Okay, so let's do what he's doing. Shift them a little bit backwards. Now you really feel those upper glutes, right? Do it a few more times. This is also good for hip mobility. Okay. Tensor fascia lata, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. Come all the way down, let your head go. So let's just hang here for 3 breaths. We're not going to stay long. Try to unweight the upper body, getting some stretch to the back of the legs. Make sure you're not holding the head up. Now we're going to walk our hands all the way to the front of the mat. So you're going to meet me in plank. Shoulders over wrist. Walk it back. You're going to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. So your spine is in flexion. Take a big deep breath. And we're going to do that again. Take it down. Breathe a few times before you start your walk. So the back of the legs get a chance to lengthen. Walk it out to plank. And take baby steps with those hands. Bring it back. Round up 1 vertebrae at a time. Big deep breath. 3rd time's the charm. Let's do it. Hang here, breathe a couple of times. See if you can get to a straight leg. And now walk out with straight legs. You're in your plank, you got your shoulders over your wrists. Now we step our feet into bear. Make sure those heels are not splaying out to the side. You're just going to rock it forward and back a little bit. Keep the knees just off the mat. Do 4 more. Now let's take it to a small downward dog. You're going to sweep your left leg back and up. You're going to get nice and high on the toes on the right foot. And then you're going to switch it. Heels down. Right leg sweeps. Elevate onto the pad of the foot. Do it again. Really lift that heel as high as you can on that foot that's down. Driving both heels to the floor when you transition sides. 1 more time on each side. Nice. Okay, lower those knees. We're transitioning right into some cat-cows. So your wrists are under your shoulders. You're going to round your back, look at your knees. Switch it around. So you just want to be nice and fluid here. Shift up, explore, do whatever feels good. I'm gonna start shifting my hips back a little bit. Sean's making a little bit of a circle. Okay, let's take it now to a regular downward facing dog from your plank position. Hold on this spot, driving the heels to the floor, but they're probably not getting there. Lift up onto the toes, lower back down. Do that a few more times. Hold this last one up. Take your left hand, touch the outside of that right shin. And switch it. You're high on the toes. Little balance challenge, why not? Keep alternating side to side. Okay, now drop the heels down and just hold on this spot. Let's take our feet, baby steps, walk them forward to the hands. You're gonna inhale to a flat back. Now shift your hips backwards, walk your fingers forward. Little tug of war going on here, so you stretch out your lats. And a big, huge stretch for your upper hamstrings. And now fold into those legs, let it all hang out. Round yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Take a nice big deep breath. And your warm-up is done. Okay, grab your heavy weights. Whatever you have.
Mine?
No, but I wish I had my 15s. Okay, here we go. Feet hip width. We're going to start out with 10 squats. You decide how low you're going to go, but you're just going up and down. Now, when you're at the top, turn your palms to face forward and crowd out your chest. So we get the upper back, your thoracic spine doing some work here. You want to be shifting your hips back and weighting into your heels. Please don't drop your face. A few more. Okay, now add in a bicep curl and keep squatting. Try not to hunch that upper back. Super important. Or more. You're going to start to warm up that body. If you haven't already, you should be feeling the heat. Whenever you work multiple muscle groups at once, that's what happens. Okay, put those weights down. We're going to grab a disc or a little towel, whatever you have. Move your mat out of the way. Just fold it back behind you as easy as that. So we're going to start this with no weights. Left foot. Okay, we got the disc under our left foot. So not a lot of weight's going to go into this left leg. Bring your hands out in front, slide back. Slide forward. Not too difficult, right? Now, if you're not able to slide, you're going to use a step back lunge. Keep going. You want this to be as smooth as possible. What's the matter? So once you've done a few of these, don't be shy to explore maybe a deeper range. We're going to add in now, when we slide back, we're going to lower that knee and then come back up. Take it back, lower it down, slide forward. So we really don't want to use any momentum. Just muscle on this right leg, right? This is good for you ladies who are going skiing this winter. Okay, 4 more. Last one. Okay, put the disc off to the side for a second. We're going to come back and do the other leg in a minute. But I just want you to pick up your heavy weights again. You don't need your mat. We're going to do some deadlifts. So the legs stay straight. You shift your butt backwards. Going up and down at a nice controlled pace, right? Especially on the down. Nice, good posture at the top of this move. Shift your hips back so you're weighting into the back of the feet, right? You have 4 more, and then we're going to kickstand that right foot. 3, 2, 1. Okay, kickstand the right foot. You know the drill. No more than 20% of your body weight goes into that right leg. Come on down and up. So now you're really putting the emphasis on that left hamstring and glute. You know that right foot wants to help. So you got to be the boss. Don't let it. 4 more. Now, 1 more. We meet at the top. Keep that foot kick standing. Now, 4, just 4, single leg deadlifts where the leg goes completely back and up behind you. Come down with control. Power back up. Try not to put that right foot on the ground unless you need a little reprieve. But remember, it's only 4. Nice. Switch feet. Actually, put both feet down on the floor. Meet me at the top of the move. Deadlifts. Let's go. Both feet. Oh, doesn't this feel so much easier than one leg? Just getting the balance back here. We're going to do 3 more. And then that left foot gets kickstand. Stood. How do you say that, Sean? Then we kickstand the left foot. There we go. Okay, let's do it. No more than 20% of weight goes into the left foot. Up and down. Keep shifting your hips back when you start your descent. Four more. Okay, here we go. Last 4. Back leg comes up. Okay, put the weights down. Woo. Take a little break. I'm going to grab a tissue. Sean can entertain you.
Are the mats going back in?
Nope. Okay, we're going to grab the disc and we're going to finish the other. Oh, you already knew that. Right foot on your disc. Here we go. Slide it back. Just go straight back with a big forward lean. And when you come up, you're coming up through that front heel. Like that's where you want to be waiting. Lean forward. Okay, let's add so that we bend that knee, we go back, we lower the knee, we slide up. And again, you can always just step back into a regular lunge if your surface isn't slippery. You want to be as graceful and in control going up and down as you can. So when you keep your chest or more upright a little bit, you're going to feel the front quad do some work too. 3, 2, and your last one. Nice. Okay. Now that our mats are all folded, we're going to keep them folded just so they're cushier. We're going to come down on one knee and we're going to step. So I'm on my right knee and I have my left foot out in front with my leg bent. We're going to do some shoulder presses in this position. So shoulder press the weight into the right arm. Here we go, up and down. Elbow is out to the side to start. Now the reason we're on one knee is because it doesn't enable you to use momentum from the legs to get the arm up. So it makes it less likely that you can cheat this and make it easier. Poor Sean's got a really heavy weight.
That's 5 pounders killing me.
Okay, try to sneak in 5 more and then we'll switch to the other side. Whew, that's enough for that arm. It's amazing how quickly. Okay, switch your feet. Now you're on your left knee. You've got the weight in that left hand. Shoulder pressing. Elbow out to the side. Nice and tight through the core, right? Super important. Make sure you find your breath with these exercises. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Try to get 5 more. 3, 2, and done. Okay, come on back up. We're going to come back to the disc. So you're going to use your disc, if you have one, or a towel or a pillow, whatever you got, on the left foot, and you're going to find your band. We're going to wrap the band just above your wrist. We're going to do a little spinal twisting. So, we did this last Saturday. We're doing it again because Sean was not here. So slide your left leg back. Now, bring some tightness to the band. Like open the arms a little bigger. Give me a big forward lean. Lift the arms up and lower. And lift and lower. And you have 8, 7. Keep the band tight. 6, 5, 4. Lean forward. 3, 2. And release. Hard, eh? Switch feet. Yeah, you can tell I've been hanging around Canadians because I just said, hey. All the Canadians are gone.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, eh? Right foot slides back. Big forward lean. You got to really go for it. Up and down. Come on, lean in more. Pull the band farther apart. 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice job. We're going to do some tricep kickbacks on our feet. So you're going to grab, it's going to look like this, right? 2 weights, leaning forward. So I'm going a little bit lighter because what I want to avoid is swinging. Think of your arms as moving. So open up those feet hip width, forward lean, elbows up, kick them back to a straight arm and bring them forward. Take my 10s. Try not to over squeeze your weight. Keep your belly up and into the spine. We're adding on to that.
Just get them out there.
Make sure your elbows stay up. Okay, take a little break. We're going to do 10 rows and 10 kickbacks all together. So we're going to start now with the rows. Let's go. Lean down. Give me 10 rows. Pinching those shoulder blades. Keeping the elbows close in. When you get done these 10, you transition right into your 10 kickbacks. Then we get a nice little break. Don't swing them, you gotta move them. Okay. Ooh, that was fun, right? Okay, while we're here, take our lovely band friend again. We're gonna take our feet. You don't need your mat, you don't need to be on your mat. Take your feet into a sumo position. So I've got my toes pointing out. I'm gonna take this nasty band again out in front. I'm gonna open up my hands, pull them apart. Pull them apart. No. Okay, squat down. Come back up. So right now you're just holding the arms out. Squat and lift. Squat and lift. Now those hands are going to want to come in together. Don't let them. Okay, get ready to add on. So squat, lift, pull apart, come back up, lower down. Squat, lift, up, lower down. Three more, you got this. Keep it tight, just find a way. 2. Okay. That's enough damage for the arms, right? We're coming back to do a round of triceps. You're going to use 2 heavy weights. You're going like this with your chin up and your elbows in. So you can choose 1 heavy or 2 light. What are you doing? 1? Okay, I'll use these 2. So I like to have a spare option in case you run out of gas. Okay, so if you're using 2 weights, you connect them. If you're using 1 like Sean's demonstrating, you're holding the ends. Let's go. Now, really important, keep your chin up. You want to be looking straight ahead or even a tiny bit up. And the reason for that is to make sure that your neck stays in alignment. Oh. Try to squeeze in 2 more. Oh, or not. Okay, put them down. We're bringing back. Oh no, we have to do the other foot. With this, right? Disc on the left foot. Get your band again. I don't think we did both sides. And if we did, you can kill me.
What's have to kill you?
So I have my disc on the left foot. I'm going to slide it back. I'm going to get into that big forward lean. I'm going to take my arms out. So I'm waiting for Sean. Slide up and back. Just keep that leg. We did this now?
We came back, we did it, honest to God.
Okay, we did it. Sean says we did it. Okay, grab your mat.
You went and grabbed something to blow your nose and came back, we were doing it.
Okay, so that kind of messed up my momentum, yes.
Sorry, where do you know, Joe?
I'm sure the girls are happy you're here. Okay, we're doing some planking, all kinds of planking. High plank, low plank, side plank, hip rotation planks, everything. So I like to take the front of my mat and fold it over, maybe even a couple of times, just so that it's nice and cushy, because it doesn't have a lot of cushion to it. So once you get there, let's all meet in a low plank on your forearms, just holding. Now I want you to walk your feet together. So your ankle bones are touching. We're going to do those hip dips to start. So lift up a couple of inches, lower the right hip down without moving the feet. We're going to move them after we've done 10, not moving them. Come back up, go to the opposite side. So once you've done both sides, that's 1 rep. Here comes 2. You'll notice I'm going nice and slow. After we finish these 10, before we change it up, you get a break. So try to hang tough right now. Feet don't move, remember, just the hips. Be mindful not to drop the face. When you've done 10, I have 2 more. We're all going to meet in a quick little child's pose. Oh, how good does that feel? So take whatever kind of child's pose you want. Just hang out for a few breaths. Does that feel good? Okay, back into your low plank. Exactly where we started before, but this time we're going to have our feet still together, but we're going to let the feet move with the right hip as it goes down. And then come back up. And then let the ankles go left. You're just switching up the angle a little bit, left to right. 10 times. When you've done your 10, you're right back into child's pose. I suggest you use a different version. Okay. We're gonna do up downs. We're gonna start out with our knees on the mat. So you're on your hands, you're gonna walk your feet back, so your knees are, you're sort of in your push-up position, right? Your knees are behind the hips. So from this position, get the belly up and into the spine, lower to the forearms, and then pick yourself back up to your starting position. Each time we come up, we're gonna switch which arm we lower first. So let's go, we have 10. Try not to move those hips. When you've done 10, you're taking a break. Just sit in whatever pose feels good for you. Now we're back up on all fours. We're coming off the knees this time. We're gonna do 3 up downs without using our knees if we can, but you always have the option to lower to the knees. So let's start all together in a high plank. And we have to do 3. So lower down, pick back up. 1, switch hands. 2, and 3. Meet me in a down dog. Oh, how good does that feel? Chill out, relax. Come back to plank. Hold your high plank. You're here for 5 breaths. Okay, put the knees on the floor. Take your hips back over your heels. Keep your toes tucked under. Do a nice little stretch here. Forehead is off the floor. Okay, to finish our plank series, we're doing side planks. So we're going to start down on our right forearm. Crazy. Okay, right forearm. Stack your feet. Lift those hips up. Lift that left arm up. You're just holding this. Oh, that feels so much better. Thank you. Nice hold here. Pick up that top leg if you can. Keep the hips up. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down. Woo. One side's done. Switch it over. Super duper good for you. Just saying. Okay, stack those feet. Your heels and hip and shoulder should make a line. Lift your hips up, lift your arm up. Lift your top leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower those hips. Okay. Little Pilates sit-ups coming your way. Your planking is all done. So if we've moved on to a more challenging version of the Pilates sit-up, you're going to take your hands to your shoulders. Or, perfectly fabulous too, bring them out in front. I'm just a sweaty hot mess. Here we go. C-curve that spine, come on down. Once you're down, take those arms right back behind you. Bring them forward, either out in front or over the shoulders, and dive between the legs. We're gonna do this 4 more times. Savor your descent. Use your breathing when you're trying to get yourself back up. You gotta be exhaling out. So hopefully you're working close to your last one. We're gonna do some dead bugs, stretches, and call it a day. So here we go. Lying down on your mat, knees over hips, feet flexed. The knee over hip thing is pretty important. Press that low back into the floor. Right leg extends out, left arm goes back. Bring it in and switch. So you're out there for 3 counts. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. Now, if that low back comes off the floor a little bit, that's okay. But I want you to continue to draw the belly down. Remember those 3 counts. You have 4 more to do. Nice job. Pull those knees up and into the chest. We're going to circle them nice and wide and then bring them together. Go the other way. Okay, just back to that tabletop position. This time you're going to keep your arms on the floor. Knees over hips, legs are bent 90 degrees at the knee. Feet are flexed. Now, press that low back skin into the floor. And then rock it forward. Press it down. It's like a reverse crunch. And let it up. And lower. And if your knees are over your belly button, you're not feeling this, I'd like them to be over your hips. Keep rocking it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Just hold it down. Move your feet forward. 5. Keep your legs bent though. 4, 3, 2. Bring your knees in. Keep them together and make a little circle this time. Okay, take those knees out. You're going to bring your arms in between your legs. Meet me in a happy baby. We're starting our stretch. We have 5 minutes of stretching today. Give me a gentle rock. Whatever feels good. Okay, let the knees come together. Rock and roll up. We're going to do 90-90. So take your right butt cheek all the way to the right side of your mat. Take your left knee, line it up with the left hip. 90 degrees in that leg. Fingers out in front. Now try not to shift too far right. In fact, you want to be shifting left. Lower down nice and slow. You can walk the hands out. You cannot use them at all. But you're going up and down for 10. I like to start with my fingers on the floor, offsetting a little bit of the body weight for maybe 3 or 4 repetitions. And then I like to challenge it by trying to see if I can do it without any assistance of the arms and hands whatsoever. So try it. It's all about exploring, not being afraid, having confidence. Listen to all that popping.
Yeah,
Why does it do that?
it's good. It means your joints gonna help you. So no, you don't.
Oh,
Yes,
I hear 3 pops going down and 3 coming up.
not 3 times.
Yeah, not 3 times.
Pop 3 times on your way to.
Okay, if you've done your 10, meet me up. And now we're gonna lift this left knee off the floor 10 times. Try not to have your weight, don't weight too much into that right hand. You wanna be using your body to move it to the left. Up and down with that knee. It's all good for you, that's why we're doing it. You can shift your upper body like Sean's doing. Okay, once you've done those 10, now the heel's gotta come up. Figure it out. Frank, it's gonna be over soon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Okay, pull that leg forward. We're gonna do a little forward fold stretch before we start the other side. So your ankles are in the corners of your mat, fold down. Nice little stretch here. Walk those hands out as far as you can get them. Hang here and breathe a few times. Okay, take it up. So let's get your left butt cheek all the way over to the left. You know the drill. 90-90. Let's go. 10 of these forward folds over that front leg. So this side, I don't hear the popping on. Isn't that funny? Only on one side. So much better on the other side. Okay, once you've done your 10, here comes that knee. Lift it up 10 times. Make sure you got the 90-90. And when you've done that 10 times, up comes the heel. Okay, take that leg forward. Now, we're gonna come into a low squat. It's really good for developing strength in your lower pelvic floor. And it's really good for hip mobility. So the easiest way to start to get there is bend your legs, have your heels turned in and your toes turned out. Your hands are behind you. Then you're gonna use the assistance of your hands to walk it forward into this little squat. Now you can keep your hands back there if that makes you feel stable and safe. And then you can walk the hands back and sit the butt down and release it. That's what Sean wants to do. Okay, walk it back. Use your fingertips when you get close to get right up. And then put the palms down and walk it back. Sit your butt down. One more, that's it. Walk it up. Fingertips. Spread out your chest. Walk it back. Nice. Okay. Cross at the ankles. Sit up nice and tall. We're gonna walk it forward. Another little stretch. A little more for the glutes. Hopefully you're feeling it there. Just relax your upper body. Your spine is in flexion. Just breathe. Okay, come back up. We have to cross it over the other way before we say goodbye. Switch your feet. Pull back down. 3 big breaths. Okay, walk it back up. We're coming up onto our toes. Use those hands to get you up there. Or not. Meet me in a full forward fold. Let your head go. Round up 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Take a nice big deep breath. And I thank you so much for joining. Good job, ladies. Great way to start the weekend.